makes you start kicking ass, just like it said at the beginning of the program.
Man of the hour, tower of power, too sweet to be sour.
Sending your ass on the jabroni jet to the other side of the territory, brother.
The Alabama Hammer.
Nightmares are the best part of my day.
The goods from the wood.
Hot damn.
Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Pat Riley.
And joining us today on Mic 3, our friend has been on the show many times and is here as our guest host for the next couple episodes. Our friend.
Rick Wood, the man of the minute, not that fat, not that fit. If you see a person of small stature, please don't refer to them as dwarf or midget. I like to be chill because I don't give a shit. I said my name first. I fucked it up. Mr. Rick Wood.
Yeah. And joining us again back for the first time since about this time last year, actually.
January-ish.
Yeah, the host of Bleak and Review and the grand poobah of the Other Door Open Mic.
Yes.
The yeoman's burden of LA stand-up comedy, for the love of God. Our friend.
Well, my name's Rappin' Kevin, and I'm here to say I wanted to have a whole thing because Rick had this cool thing. I didn't have one. Kevin Anderson. Hi.
Kevin Anderson's here.
Great to be back.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being here, and thank you for I don't think anyone ever properly thanks our goddamn open mic host, but you do the hardest work.
They do ask, when am I going up? They do that.
Oh, sure.
They don't think, but they will be like, I've been here for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, like I have a lot of shit to do because I'm an open micer in LA, so
I have to go to a worse mic after this. So
I have to go to a garage behind Food for Less.
Yeah. Is that still going?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I have to go to a box truck in the Ralph's parking lot. That's another one.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Is that a real one?
Yes. Yeah. It's called the mobile mic.
Oh, yeah. I've heard people float ideas of doing a show in a
Mobile
moving
Mike,
truck.
didn't he work at West Coast Customs?
He was on Pimp My Ride. Yeah.
Hey, you're in a really great career field when it takes place in places where crimes happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Murder Mike was also at West Coast Customs, right?
Yep. So for this episode, this is an idea I've had kind of kicking around for a while, and it's been officially brought into fruition because I need to more deeply explore something I checked out on I was on a podcast. Our friend Nick Thomas, a mutual friend of, I guess everybody here pretty much knows Nick, but he has a great podcast down there in Alabama called Table for One Dumb Boy.
Ah, yes.
And I was on this episode recently. I happened to be driving through Birmingham, stopped over to chat with Nick, and I don't know how we got on the subject, but it's a thing I've been wanting to cover forever, and that is unnecessary compilation albums.
I mean, really, all compilation albums are unnecessary. Unless you count like compilation albums in the terms of like greatest hits or something like that. Those are fine, but like the kind of thematic compilation
they're all
albums
stupid.
are generally idiotic and poorly conceived.
Or they're like mediocre and excessively over advertised. Which is a couple of the ones that I wanted to cover today.
It's like a mixtape a corporation made for people.
It's like, hey, look how hip we are. We got Buck Cherry to do a cover of Chuck Berry.
Oh, wait a minute. Those sound the
this
same.
licensing house is so hot for the demographic between 18 and 35.
But the
Sony standing outside your window with a boombox.
Playing an acoustic cover of Like a Rock.
But yeah, full credit to Nick Thomas for introducing me to this, because if you caught me last week, I would have never known this existed. But I just wanted to start here because it's so goddamn weird. So a lot of things happened in 2001. And America was still reeling in many ways from devastation. And on October 16th, 2001, we got birthed into the world, whether we wanted it or not, NASCAR Full Throttle. NASCAR Full Throttle, a compilation album released on Hybrid Records. And it's in a
Wow, Razor and Tie wouldn't even touch that one.
Yeah.
So that's a B-League level compilation album.
NASCAR Full Throttle would be a great energy drink, though.
That's what I was thinking too.
Well, I mean, Coca-Cola does have Full Throttle. They still make that.
That is a thing, right? That's why that popped. Okay.
I like to think of NASCAR Full Throttle as the first stitch in a wound that never heals.
Oh man, let's see. Actually, I might have fucked this up because I'm looking at NASCAR Full Throttle and it's like a bunch of car songs. The one that I saw was like,
Was Little Deuce Coupe in there?
let's see. I'll tell you.
Wheels on the bus.
No, it wasn't NASCAR album. Let's see, because there's
Well,
Another
no,
brick in
but
the
what's
wall.
on NASCAR Full Throttle?
Okay.
You've already talked about NASCAR Full
no,
Throttle.
I
so we
fucked
need
this
to-
up. It's not NASCAR Full Throttle. I fucked this up. It's NASCAR Crank It Up. My bad.
So there's two different ones?
There's a few. So the NASCAR albums, there are.
So this
The
episode
NASCAR
is just about two NASCAR albums now. I don't think we're going to get
So
to
which
anything
one is the
else.
one from
There's-
2001?
I want to go
there's-
full throttle. I'm
there's-
tired of cranking it
there-
up.
well, there's-
Tell me how to listen to your album. What are you, the fucking Who?
There's actually 5 albums. One from 1975, NASCAR Goes Country, and that is
Oh, where were they before?
What a hop, skip, and a leap.
but that one is actually the stars of NASCAR circa 1975 singing with like Waylon Jennings
Oh,
and stuff
hell
like
yeah.
that. So that one,
Okay.
that
So you
one
could have a
almost.
sweet Cale Yarborough, Jerry Reed duo.
Richard Petty walks in there with Waylon Jennings and they go, which one's who now?
Yeah. But then 96, you got NASCAR Harder Than Asphalt.
Yeah.
Okay. Full
like
Throttle's
that
in
one.
2001, but the one I wanted to focus on, 2002, Crank It Up. This is actually not just NASCAR. This is NASCAR on Fox specifically. Put this out.
Gets worse, folks.
That's the title, like the on the album title. It's like the cover. It says NASCAR on Fox
says
presents
NASCAR on Fox. Crank It Up.
Crank It Up. Very cool font.
It's Toby Keith's greatest hits.
So I figured we'll just like run down the track list, and if there's something you guys want to hear, just holler. We'll make it happen. First track is a cover of Jimi Hendrix' "Crosstown Traffic" by Head PE.
Oh my God, Head Pet. I know them. I
Wait,
know
they're
them.
pronounced Head.
No, that's the joke. We would see it on marquees. You'd be like, "What the fuck is Head Pet?"
Head Pet. We got Willie Nelson's "On the Road Again," performed by Buck Cherry. We got "Cross the Line" by Tantric.
Ooh, Tantric. That
That takes
band.
too long. Don't play that.
Oh, that
And then
band's really bad.
So this is the one that interests me, if you'll allow this indulgence. So I just jokingly, when I was doing the podcast with Nick, I just said like, oh, I wonder what "Drive My Car" by the Beatles would sound like by Phoenix TX, and Nick started freaking out. He's like, dude, they're on here.
Whoa.
And they're not doing the Beatles, but they are doing "Get Out of My Dreams and Into My Car"
by Billy Ocean.
by Billy motherfucking Ocean. And I didn't actually do my homework because on the episode Nick didn't have a way to like play them, so I just have had to let this sit in my imagination, and I'm hoping the reality is
Getting
just
a
as
real first reaction.
just as sweet as I'd imagined. So yeah, this is
World premiere.
Phoenix TX. Yeah,
World premiere.
yeah, for TRL.
Put your producer tag on a Beats by.
Down, 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 down.
Oof. Okay.
Cowbell, I'm in.
That's all it takes for you.
Yep.
Spaghetti face, dude.
I love it.
I've never done alternative aerobics before, but I feel like that's kind of what this is.
This is why.
Pat is making a
Like-
face like everything
Not
is just
Weird Al?
hitting him at once. Yeah, this is
He does sound like Weird Al. I mean,
Pat is collapsing in on himself like a star.
we haven't even got the chorus yet. Oh, here we go.
Crank it up.
There it is. All right.
They did it.
Look, we ain't good looking. I'm not lobbying for this to be a video podcast, but every once in a while, Pat has a special kind of meltdown that I just wish the world could see. And that was one of them.
He
boy.
dropped his headphones like he just did a 40-hour production work on an album and is done. Like
One of his teeth fell out.
it's because he's cranking it up.
Oh, that did not disappoint at all. That is exactly what I hoped that would be. Oh God, yeah. So to finish up the list of this one, and again, if you hear something you just got to hear.
Pedophile song.
Head pedophile.
you ever hear that coming out?
Head
of a
pedophile.
work
Defile.
van?
Royce to
Run
5'9" and
like
head
hell.
pedophile.
There's a band called Darwin's Waiting Room that does a cover of Tracy Chapman's Fast Car.
What the fuck? That's insane.
7/8, but then it goes to 5/4.
And this is interesting. This is an original, obviously. Slipknot. The song is Sick, SIC, in parentheses, and then another parentheses, Molt Injected Mix.
What?
So some dude named, he's like, yeah, I'm Johnny Molt.
Oh, okay.
I'm mixing this up, I guess.
Oh, like, okay, it's like a mix. I thought, okay.
Slayer doing Born to Be Wild.
I'd like to hear that one.
You got to hear that one? All right. Let's,
unless people have heard this and this is hack, I've never heard this
I've
cover.
never heard this either.
That sounds fascinating
About
to me.
42 seconds.
But the intro is 30 seconds.
Slayer's going to be on that farewell tour until like
Are they still doing
beyond the apocalypse.
they're metal share at this point with that damn farewell
Share.
tour.
That thing keeps getting extended.
that? Yes.
Okay. This
Dude,
doesn't
it's fucking Slayer. It
just sounds like
rocks.
Slayer.
Yeah. You could have them cover anything.
Oh, yeah. Rivers is going for it.
I want to punch.
I like this more than every Slayer song.
Me too.
I don't really have aspirations to make it rain in blood, but I do want to go wild occasionally. Or explode in his face.
Yeah.
Heavy metal thunder!
Fuck. Yeah, dude.
So I just have this.
I'm waiting for the chorus, but yeah, what you got?
I just have this image in my head of just some 50-year-old like dad getting this as like a stocking stuffer.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just being like, man, this Slayer band is pretty good. Let me buy another one.
Hey, wait, hang on.
There's a fucking circle pit going on in this room right now.
Yeah, dude, Wall of Doom.
You ever want to know what excessive double bass would have sounded like in Steppenwolf?
Hell yeah.
That's fun.
No
Can't wait till
attempted
they do
melody.
Magic Carpet
Fuck yeah.
No
Yeah,
attempt
just-
at maintaining the original instrumentation.
No,
either,
why would you?
Which is awesome. That's a band that I want to carve in my forearm right there.
Slayer? Fuck yeah.
You carving Steppenwolf as covered by Slayer in your arm. Continued on the other side.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of Steppenwolf in the Slayer scrawl font.
Oh, that's not a bad chess piece. It's not a bad chess piece. Mashup T. Hey, people make art sometimes, right? Do that.
Yeah.
It'll go great above my Four Horsemen tramp stamp.
We got Typo Negative doing Deep Purple's Highway Star.
Wow.
We got Rob Zombie with an original, and go figure, this would be a Rob Zombie song. Demon Speeding, the Dirty Black River mix. I don't know what any of that means.
Doesn't he already have Dragula? Isn't
That's what I'm
that kind of
saying. I'm just like,
Yeah,
this
what
is.
the fuck?
Yeah. We got Machine Head doing Supercharger, the Let Freedom Ring mix.
Let Freedom Ring. That's
But
my
the thing
favorite
is- the
DJs.
thing
Let
is
Freedom
about
Ring.
Rob
Is that a real
Zombie, is
DJ?
that-
Who are these mixers?
I don't know. I think this is just
This
like
is horse shit.
They're
I
just-
think the band sent in these titles this way because they knew they were doing this
Well,
compilation.
really, Rob
just
Zombie's
for an
all of
easy
his songs
payday.
are about cars.
Yeah.
See, my thought is that all the DJs on here are just the production assistants at NASCAR on Fox. You know?
Yeah, and they wanted to keep their names off it completely. So they're like, fuck it, I'm Let It Rain Freedom or whatever.
Oh no,
this time.
they're the production assistants. So
Right.
they need they need credits, and they're like, hey, I'll remix that Rob Zombie song for free if you just
gotcha.
put my name Hot Molt or whatever.
Oh, and here's a Steely Dan original called Monte Carlo.
The last two, Stained, See Through, which I think is an original, and then the last one that's sure to infuriate Dr. Pat, Les Claypool doing Hot Rod Lincoln by Jerry Reed.
I want to hear that.
Yeah, we probably should hear that, and especially if it infuriates Pat.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know if we're.
Hot Rod Lincoln. car.
You've just done it. That's probably what it is.
Going turn left. It was turning left.
Like
turning left.
Well, I know it's got a little red Mustang.
Dale Earnhardt smash in a wall.
Tires flying in your face.
Like my thing is like, why wouldn't they just get Jerry was a race car driver? It's about a race car.
Stop driving that hot rod Lincoln.
Was that Rick? Oh no.
No, that's right.
Have you heard the story of the hot rod race where the Fords and the Lincolns were setting the pace? That story's
Yeah, it's exactly Winona's Big Brown Beaver.
This is very of that era of Primus, too.
Oh, yeah.
When he was doing a lot of, well, get around, children, let me tell you.
2001, right? That's what this 2001. Yeah, okay.
2002.
2002.
2001 was the the pussy mix with all the bullshit. This is the hard
pussy mix.
This is the crank it up.
Well, I noticed Big Brown Beaver parentheses pussy mix.
Pussy mix.
That's right.
Yeah, that was full throttle. That was full throttle. This is crank it up.
All right, so full throttle.
Full
check.
throttle's left in the dust.
Hey, went up there herself for Monte Carlo. She drove off.
Is this a Jason Statham adjacent project? Crank it up. I was wondering because that's like around the time that first movie came out, right?
Play me more promise, my heart explode.
My personal favorite is Freedom Rock.
Yeah, I was just
Freedom
thinking
Rock
that.
is
Yeah.
to me, whenever I think of compilation albums, the telltale thing of a good compilation album is either one of two things. One, a very tenuous corporate tie-in, which has always been the case for compilation albums. Like if you go to like a used record store and go through the dollar bin, you will have like weird brands like the Stouffer's compilation album.
Stover's frozen lasagna.
they'll do
I
things
have a
like-
Gap compilation album and a pile of CDs in my
Ooh,
apartment.
Yeah.
what's on that one?
Jason Mraz.
Yeah, I was about to say.
My wife had to have
Jason,
it.
Jason Mraz, if a pair of Gap jeans was a human.
Yeah, you put a
Jason
little
Mraz.
fedora on top.
Yeah, you can
of
put
the
a hat on
jeans.
some jeans.
Yeah.
I've heard a hat and a hat, but
But I mean, there's like ones that are like Campbell Soup ones.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just
I can't believe
All
that.
soul music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, any
Campbell soup for the soul.
yeah, so it's any like that was a big thing during the 1960s and 1950s. There was like these compilation albums, especially given the fact that like bands were singles oriented at the time. It had like the freak out renaissance of albums. But the ones that so it's either a compilation album that's crossed over with a brand like a corporate thing, or the ones that are the compilations from the television commercials.
Yes.
Yeah.
There has to be, if there isn't like a corporate tie-in, there has to be a and then there's the ones that are both.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the best example of that, ESPN Jock Jams.
Yes.
where it's
Oh,
both the
yeah.
corporate.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about
and the
Jock Jams.
commercial.
oh,
We're gonna
I was
talk about
praying that we would.
Yeah.
But the one, Freedom Rock is the go-to. Might be one of the first where it's just like the compilation that's on television, like
Yeah.
the Razor and Tie sort of thing, like
Yeah.
Monster Ballads, where it's just this commercial where it's just two people hanging out.
dude.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. What are you
Hey,
doing, dude?
What is that?
What do you It's Freedom Rock, dude.
Yeah, it's always the same thing where it's just
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any Marshall Tucker?
like two people in some sort of period costume
Yeah.
of some variety that's just like, what's that? And it's
What's
just
this
like,
thing you're listening? What's this music?
Yeah, and they're like, well,
How'd you get all
let
these
me
songs
tell
on
you.
one record?
Yeah, and you'd have to buy $800 for the CDs to get free to make your own Freedom Rock.
Wait. How did you put Leonard Skinner and the Charlie Daniels Band on the same CD? It's crazy.
And Credence?
What?
Because they have the commercial for it, and I think it's a reference that people of a certain generation would get as Freedom Rock. If you're older than, like, say, 30, you'd understand what Freedom Rock is.
Yeah. If you're a little younger, similar idea. Going South,
Going
which is rebranded as Freedom Rock from like 2001.
or Monster Booty. That's the other one.
What is
what's
Monster
Monster
There
Booty?
was one that they always play called Monster Booty, which was like a mixture of all these like Miami booty tracks.
The booty is back. And it's bigger and better than ever. It's Monster Booty, Platinum Badonkadonk Edition. Now on 2 CDs with 32 ginormous hits. Order now and you'll also get this I Break for Monster Booty bumper sticker. So grab yourself some Monster Booty, Platinum Badonkadonk Edition. You order, call the number on your screen.
Yeah, Monster Booty was cool.
You could have
I
a
always
chipped
remembered
gap,
Monster
too.
Booty.
What else on Freedom Rock?
Pull up the list because it's actually
Oh,
pretty
okay.
insane.
While you're pulling it up, I pulled up what's on Monster Booty. If anybody wants
Oh,
to
yeah,
hear,
yeah.
'cause I
Hit
knew-
us with Monster
we got
Booty.
Baby Got Backs or Mix a Lot. Rump Shaker by Rex in Effect.
Of course,
Fuck yeah.
Bump and Grind R. Kelly.
Gerardo, dare we ask?
No, there's no Rico Suave.
fuck.
Salt and Peppa makes an appearance. Freak Nasty, Two in a Room. Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh, yep, perfect. Yep.
Whoop, There It Is by Tag Team, of course.
Let's make a
Whoop,
compilation
There It
album
Is.
called "This
the
Is the
video for
Horniest
Whoop There It
Shit
Is is
in
my
the World."
favorite urban legend that Barack Obama is in the video for Tag Team
there it
200
is.
Days. And if you look it up on YouTube, the thumbnail is the guy that's supposed to be
Really? Is this like a Mandela effect? People were like, no, I remember there was
it's
a
like
version of this
Shazam.
video with Obama in it.
Yeah.
This is another classic case of, oh, y'all look different. That's what the Mandela effect was. No, that black guy died in the 80s.
No, that other black guy. Yeah, no, he's
Yeah,
the
there's
one. He's the one. Also, I don't remember children's
several.
books.
So yeah,
Yeah,
this-
that book that taught kids how to read. You got the name wrong.
Berenstain
Holy
Bears.
shit.
So instead of just pulling up the list, I just pulled up the damn commercial. This is Freedom Rock.
Freedom Rock, great.
Let's see what's on there. Oh,
Yeah.
Layla.
that Freedom Rock? Well, turn it up.
Turn it up, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
This is freedom, dude. Love Train. I just love how Love Train's on.
Love cameo from Love Train.
What year is this from?
Turn it down.
Wait.
Hey, man, remember the good old days? You know, war, protest. Going to jail. Well, maybe it's on this new album called Freedom Rock. It's got
That was last week, dude.
back then. Just listen.
Is this satire? Because he said, you remember the good old days? War was the first
Protesting?
thing he said, and then going to jail. Remember the good old days? Oh my God, that's funny.
Oh man, yeah, this is. It's.
God, I miss these commercials.
I do
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Elton John, like it's the Brotherhood of Man. What
Sager
the-
and Evans.
So
year
many
25,
of these,
25.
the thesis of all these compilation commercials is like, hey, you old fuck, you're going to die soon. Listen to the soundtrack of your youth when you should have used your genitals more.
I know you don't understand what's going on now, but check this out from your time.
it's a four. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that America song knocked Neil Young's Heart of Gold off the #1 spot on the chart.
How do you feel about that?
I wouldn't know. I'd be like, well, people really like my sound.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, it's just stolen my whole thing. Yeah, so to give you an idea of how long ago this commercial is, they're advertising these on records and cassettes.
Oof.
So
4 records.
This would have been
or
probably
3
this would have
cassette
had to have been
tapes.
their like mid 80s, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they
judging
all
by
followed-
that hiss in the audio
They all
quality,
follow
yeah.
the same template where it's just like, oh, you got a problem, or oh, what are you listening to?
Yeah.
Or oh, this is a time period. Well, guess what? Here's the soundtrack for it on one, collection of 4 records, 3 cassette tapes, or 2 CDs.
Yeah.
They do the other
1990.
infomercial thing where they're like, how often does this happen to you? I can't remember any of the songs I like. Well, here you go. That would have been a great crossover.
I mean, it's kind of perfect because I think once you reach a certain age where this sort of thing is appealing to you, you do kind of get the point where you like, I don't know what I like anymore.
Yeah.
So it is like, I say that's just coming off of.
And you also
I want
to
this
declutter.
album.
You also want to declutter. You
If it
just
weren't for
like
Spotify,
I
I'd buy
don't want to
this.
have a rack of records. I want to have
Yeah.
4 records
Right.
that have all my tunes on them.
I don't want
Yeah,
to sift
yeah.
through B-sides.
Yeah,
like, just give me the
B-sides
good
are for
ones.
friendless losers.
Yeah, man.
Who spend all their time making friends with your record collection. Well, pack it in, John Cusack. The pussy train's coming to Music Town.
Pussy mix is coming to Music Town.
We're going to go out. We're going to listen to music from the good old days during war.
Hey man, it's just
Gonna
like
have a lot of sex with
And go to jail.
it's just like President Blue Oyster Cult said. No time to play B-sides.
Oh, there is a time for that. According to that
then-
guy who looks like Zach Galifianakis in Blue Oyster Cult.
And then there would be some bonus, right? Where it's like, oh, you think you got the whole story with this compilation?
You don't know
Oh, wait,
shit.
there's more. Because there's an added CD, right?
Oh,
of
the
this-
supplemental.
Yeah,
of,
the supplemental
yeah.
stuff.
of
or,
like the girlfriend songs.
Yeah, or in the case of Monster Booty, you would get a
Monster Emotion.
you would get
Slow
No, you would
jams.
get a bumper sticker that
Oh.
saes "I break for Monster Booty."
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's not a bad bumper sticker.
Yeah, so
You
there's
should
a-
break for any booty. Vehicular
yeah, there's-
manslaughter is a hell of a rap.
I always kind of have this running thing that I would say it's an inside joke, but it's more a thing that to annoy my wife when we're in the car. Of whenever we're in Eagle Rock, I'm just like, "What is that? Oh man, it's Eagle Rock!" And I'm like,
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
No, turn it down. That's the next line.
And I would just, because it's like, it sounds like the name of a compilation album. I'd be like, honey, what do you think would be on Eagle Rock? And she would just be like, just stop. Stop.
Eagle Rock is the 24/7 Ted Nugent streaming station. I think it'd just be all like right wing rock and roll, right?
And who are those Nazi youth? What are they called? Those
Prussian
younger
Blue?
Prussian Blue. Thank you.
They're like flipped now.
Are they on the side of gritty?
Wait,
now?
they turned face? Prussian
Yeah.
Blue turned face?
They got away from their parents.
They're Prussian Blue state now.
Yeah.
Man, you should get Freedom Rock too. 4 records or 3 cassettes are only $19.95. 2 CDs, only $24.95.
I had a question for all of you. How many of you actually have purchased a copy of Now That's What I Call Music?
Yes, I did.
Because that's
don't think I have.
what I think of.
It's an English thing.
Yeah,
so
and
like
it started in 1983.
yeah, they've been doing it for I think 15 years before the American version. So England is on like Now That's What I Call Music 479.
When did it start in England? I watched that Bandersnatch Black Mirror thing on Netflix,
Uh-huh.
and the kid has it. That now that's what
So
I
it's
call music. Volume 2.
1983.
Wow.
And it's
Yeah,
pretty
so
straight up.
84
There's,
we would've had now,
and it's
too.
very much of the era. There are, I believe, 3 Kajagoogoo songs on there.
Ooh.
The British one?
There's 2 more.
Yeah. It's a double album. It's very much of the time because if I
Remember
if I,
double cassettes? You couldn't carry those around for shit.
Oh yeah,
That doesn't fit in your pocket.
Well, I mean, this might be a triple cassette sort of jam right
Yeah.
here. There's
inconvenient
it's quite
compilation.
possibly the most British thing ever because there
Is
is
XTC on that motherfucker?
XTC is not, but there are
on now, too.
There's 2 Phil Collins songs, 2 Culture Club
yes.
songs.
Which Phil Collins songs? I'm
You
not a
have
bad Phil
You
Collins
Can't Hurry
fan.
Love.
Oh,
And
yep.
the Genesis song That's All.
That's good.
On the same one?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Heavy hitters
You know
from
what,
the overseas.
Phil Collins' solo career, he was in Genesis the whole time.
Well, yeah,
People always
but
think he just ditched Genesis.
No,
He was
no, I
making
just-
weird prog rock that he later watered down into Phil Collins rock
yeah.
and making his own sad got divorced music.
You said you've been going on since what, 83?
83, and then it came into the mix in the U.S. And
Now That's What I Call Music Volume 1, October 27th, 1998.
yes, because I remember
Ooh.
the commercial for it.
Are you ready for now?
Oh,
17
God.
of today's hottest superstars in one all-new
I
power
hate
pack
this.
collection.
Yeah.
Hanson.
Man, that keyboard player's still a babe.
Well, the oldest Hanson looks like Chad Kroger. I never put 2 and 2 together.
Oh, here we go with the
Backstreet.
chair dance. This is the one with them dancing with the chairs.
Wait, the one where Obama dances with the chairs?
right here,
I
right
was
now.
not in.
So let's see what else.
Toppers from Casey and JoJo.
Yeah, prom classic here.
Janice and Spice Girls.
Think of all the names you kind of don't even remember.
This is actually a jam. That Spice Girls song is a jam.
Did they?
yeah.
All their, I was still
Call the
bumping
number on
Spice
your
Girls,
screen.
but
Oh, yeah.
to listen to
There's
divorce
never
shit.
been a music collection like this.
Then there's just weird stuff. So
There's gonna be some weird R&B shit that nobody remembers.
yeah, on almost all of these, there's
Yeah.
some song where you're just
Well,
like,
pull up the list.
I am, yeah.
because there's
oh, I can almost do it by memory because I bought now that's
you
what I
did.
call Volume 1 off the damn TV.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I got
Yeah?
It's like kids get your parents' credit card and their permission, and boy, I did it.
Permission was in quotes.
Yeah, yeah. No, I got this, and I used to. So I had. God, I guess I'm. Let's see, 97. So I would have been like I guess 10. And at the time, it was like I had. I remember having a babysitter came over to the house. He was just like some like son of my mom's friend who was probably like in his early 20s.
Yeah.
And he was just like over to like watch me and my buddy, and we were watching videos and shit. And because he couldn't get away from his fucking video games, he installed Quake 2 on my computer.
Dude, babysitter.
So he could just sit there and like we didn't look at the guy. He was just like, all right, y'all don't burn anything down. And then just was like
Just about it.
playing Quake 2
Yeah.
on my dial-up ass 56K modem. And so, but then from then on that computer, it was hard installed. No disc required.
Yeah.
And I used to get the Now Volume 1, and the Gateway 2000 CD player allowed you to like stack the tracks. So if it was track 1 and you wanted to listen to it on repeat or like, the
Oh,
same
wow.
ones. So it would like just twist the disc back and like replay it. And I just remember having Now Volume 1 and just playing like All My Life and just fucking like fragging aliens and stuff and just like running around this moon base, just, all my life.
Such an insane juxtaposition.
Oh, it was so funny. And then, of course, yes.
How can you listen to that song without the awkwardness of being in a school gym?
Yeah.
Thinking about your future.
Oh, no. I was listening to it at the house alongside. Then this is like, I mean, it's still a pretty good damn mix. So,
Fastball's the ways on
yeah.
it. Oh.
So track 1, Janet Jackson, Together Again. So there's the obscure R&B. Janet Jackson has lots of hits. That ain't one of them.
Yeah.
As Long As You Love Me by the Backstreet Boys, The Way by Fastball, badass song.
Fastball played my
Which
friend's
one's that
living room last year.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
After an internet campaign to raise money for whatever Hurricane Harvey, I believe it was, Fastball came down to Culver City and played my friend Chet Wild's living room.
Yeah, that
acoustic set. It was insane.
Does the lead singer still look like a weird mixture of Nick Thomas and the Reverend Horton Heat?
Yes. Yes.
Out of my mind. Is that them?
Yeah, was I out of my head?
Yeah. That was the other one that ever. And they did a cover of Little Red Corvette.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Out of My Head. Now Volume 3.
Ooh, there you go.
I believe it's right after Nookie. So
Back to back, same shit.
fucking Flagpole Sitta by Harvey
Nookie.
Danger. That was a fun ass song.
Oof.
Say You'll Be There by Spice Girls.
Yeah.
All My Life, Casey and JoJo.
Do you know that like the lead singer of that band was at the time like a well-positioned like record executive?
Oh, Harvey Danger?
Yeah.
God, that sucks. You're an insider and you can only get one hit?
Yeah.
Damn.
The industry doesn't know dog dick about donkey snatch. All my metaphor, all my colloquialisms are now just animal genital.
Speaking of which, Cherry
you don't
Poppin'
know
Daddies.
gerbil
Oh, Zoot Suit Riot.
Zoot Suit Riot.
That song is so bad.
Would it surprise you to know that they had a whole album?
I know,
I know
right?
nobody could tell. I can't tell you a single other song, but I know that.
If You Could Only See by Tonic, which I think I must have mentioned this. I must have
Capoed on one, baby.
Yeah, dude. I must have mentioned this on an early episode of the show, but when I went to the University of Montevallo, week 1, they pulled out all the stops. They got the lead singer of Tonic to play at a bar.
Whoa!
In a town of like 500 people.
That he
Guess
was
what?
already looking
At my
at.
school, we got all of Tonic.
I think that show was booked like, excuse me, are you the lead singer of Tonic? Yeah, I am. Hey, there's a guitar on the wall back here. Would you mind playing a few, at least the way? Hey, guys, we got the lead singer of Tonic to play at this
He's gonna
bar.
play The Way, his smash hit.
Like, that's not mine.
I just have to pick up his
Play
band.
it. You want the free chicken wings or not?
Oh, wait.
Play Hemorrhage.
Just yelling other bands out.
Glycerin.
My friend did that to Jim White, who's an obscure kind of weird
Oh,
folk singer
yeah,
guy
from
who I
Alabama,
love.
too. Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Jim White. And
Yeah.
we went to see him at this little venue in Chicago, the Old Town School of Folk Music, and my friend Nathan Alexander is a good musician if you want to look that asshole up. Drunk out of his mind, just goes, "Hey, fly like an eagle." and it stops the show and he goes, "Excuse me?" He goes, fly like an eagle." And then he's like, "Are you?" And the guitar player tries to save the moment. Someone goes, "I think he's shouting words of inspiration, Jim. I think he wants you to soar."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, cool." And then my friend goes, "No, Steve Miller Band, fly like an eagle, play it."
Fly Like an Eagle has to be on the most compilation albums.
Yeah, it's probably on the...
It's probably high up there.
Probably
along
on
with,
like 6K Tells,
Yeah,
Freedom
yeah.
Rock, Going South, all that stuff, even though he's from the Bay.
Probably that or High Enough by Damn Yankees are probably the 1 and 2 for on the most.
What else is on here? You got Shorty, You Keep Playing With My Mind by Imagine.
Yeah.
And Anytime by Brian McKnight.
Ooh, that's a Quiet Storm.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. And then we ramp back up towards the end. Barbie Girl by Aqua.
Ooh, Aqua.
Woo.
Man.
And then you want the one that just doesn't fit in. One of these things aren't like the other. Karma Police by Radiohead.
No, it fits right in. All these songs kind of suck.
It is a weird follow up to Barbie Girl, though. I will say.
Yeah, well, it's European, it's jarring.
They're like, we know these two things came from that side
They're
of the
from
pond.
Europe.
Radiohead and Aqua are the two main British exports.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Aqua's from like,
let's go party.
Aqua's from what? Sweden, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
From some socialist hellscape.
Yeah, there we
the
go.
only kind of place that would allow that to be something that could get you fed.
Everclear, I Will Buy You a New Life.
Ooh.
Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz.
That was the one I was thinking has got to be on a million.
Here's a fun game. Take a shot every time he says "yeah" and fly away, and then call your fucking sponsor answer. You got a problem.
If anybody wants a good laugh, look up Neil Cicierga's video for Fly.
I was just thinking of that, where they the re-edit.
Oh, the dragonfly.
Like a dragonfly. Like a dragonfly.
Get high. I wanna eat the sun. Yeah.
I want to eat the sun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is very funny.
The last one on Now One is Sex and Candy by Marcy Playgrounds.
Ooh, there you
That's
go.
actually pretty good too.
Yeah, I like that one. All right. Apparently, that whole album's good, but I've never actually listened to it. But I have friends who swear by it. But yeah, no, that's the.
That's one of those bands. I think.
Wait, does
them
Karma
and
Police Radio have a song that goes?
that's all. You're thinking of all of them, Rick. Rick, that's all of their songs. Rick, that's all of the songs they ever did. This is the one that I really wanted to dive into because I don't think we've really talked about the new age genre as much as we might have. And that is pure moods.
Yes.
I don't know if it's because my parents were getting divorced around then, but I associate this music as like,
This album will save your marriage.
Yeah,
I also thought
These are songs to fuck to in your 40s.
Wasn't Pure
quietly
Moods-
while your kids are asleep? Come sail away on a river of mediocre jizz.
Yep. Was it? There were actually two that I found out. Come to find out, there's Pure Moods from 1994.
is this one? Which one has tubular bells, or was that another?
Weirdly, they both do. So they did
course.
like slightly different shit. From what I can tell, the 1997 version, the main difference
If you
is
fucked the tubular bells, you got divorced in the 90s.
the main difference is that they added a remix of the X-Files soundtrack.
Yeah, but-
Yes, that's what I remember.
Ooh.
The commercial used to kind of
by,
scare me.
by DJ Dado.
So this is
a fucking art. This is like Art Bell music.
yeah, it really is. Like
Listener, you are watching or you're hearing. God damn it.
coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
From the
From a hollowed out saguaro cactus in the Mojave Desert, I'm Art Bell. All right, line one, you said you've been possessed by a demon. What do you got?
Kingdom of Nye.
The Kingdom of... Fuck yeah, dude.
the high desert. This
yeah.
is coast to coast. Hey, hello.
Yeah.
This water heater.
Oh, my.
This water softener. Really, this thing is good.
For your bunker, you can't do better.
This snake oil is the best snake oil.
This song will make Reptilian's irises shift shape. You'll be able to identify which among your coworkers
This
is
is
a
what
servant
shadow
of
people
Pindar.
dance to.
So I just want to say, before I fire this up, we've got the commercial for Pure Moods. We're going to play a fun game. And that game is, they used to show this commercial so much. And my mom does not buy music. She's just like, she listens to books on tape. She's always deep in her thoughts. She's not a big music person. I got that love of music from my dad. My dad and I are both deep music nerds. Mom could give less of a shit. So when she buys an album, it means something.
Okay.
And she bought something based on this commercial. She didn't buy Pure Moods, but she bought an entire album off of one of these artists.
Okay.
And I want you guys to guess.
Okay,
which artist?
so I'm just trying to remember some of before we
Yanni.
play the commercial that's on there.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's Return to Innocence by Enigma.
That's
the
how
one
it
we
starts.
did,
That's how we start.
And then
They show a pyramid.
Sail Away, Orinoco Flow by Enya.
Enya, yeah.
There's later on there's the X-Files remix by DJ Dado.
By Dado Paranormal Activity Mix.
The mix is out there.
Tubular Bells is
Pyramid
in the
of
mix.
Giza.
Yeah. There's
It's in the commercial when X-Files comes on. They show the pyramid. That's what made it scary. The
Yeah.
90s,
Oh man.
the 90s was all about X getting used a lot.
Yeah, dude.
Everything was
Yeah.
fucking extreme.
Yep.
They weren't even using the E before. The E was like a superfluous E at this point.
Yeah.
And it was all about the pyramids, aliens, Nostradamus. That motherfucker hasn't had shit to say since 9/11.
Yeah.
Well, the weekly World News has ceased publication, so his
Yeah, it's
his
all over.
outlet
All the
does-
He's freelancing now.
Yeah.
yeah, just this Nostradamus and the Bat Boy
gladly
working
trade.
hard in this new
Bat Boy's trying to.
environment of journalism.
Bat Boy had a CISO thing going on, but that didn't work out.
There's one on here that's really weird because you're right. It is like it's ostensibly new age music, which is supposed to be relaxing, like shit you would listen to at a spa. Most of these
But it all has an Illuminati
they're
undercurrent.
all scary.
Yeah,
And then in the middle
I'll
of
trade all
of
the
this,
crystal people we have today to get the fucking alien weirdos back
Yeah.
from the 90s.
and then in the middle of
Marching
all
right
of
to a
this,
volcano.
in the middle of all the spooky, music from the game Riven and shit.
Fuck, that's a deep cut.
That's kind of what this is. In the middle of all of this is Crockett's theme from Miami Vice. Is also just in there.
That one's a creepy jam right there.
Yeah, I suppose it's in the
because
it's in the knocked it's in the knocked yacht
because
genre.
there's stuff in there that isn't in the commercial that's like Ennio Morricone is in Pure Moods.
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
David Byrne
Byrne.
is in Pure Moods.
Damn,
Didn't
I'm
know
getting
that.
Pure moods.
Yeah, dude. They remixed it and I think they released it. Maybe.
Well, there's Celtic Moods too.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that-
and then
Speaking of Enya,
well, no, and my favorite is there's something called Scottish moods.
Scottish mood.
And I didn't know there was any Scottish moods other than just like
Drunk?
Oh fuck you! I've been drinking. That's a Scottish
No,
mood.
there's two moods. There's that one, and then there's the
That's freedom
Proclaimers
music.
500 miles. That's the only.
That's freedom lock.
So play the commercial.
All right, so here we go. This is
We have to guess which album your
We're
mom
on
bought
my
from this
my-
compilation.
My mom bought an album from one of these artists.
Okay.
And here we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Imagine a world
Just
where
imagine.
time drifts slowly.
But
A world
then
where
it's scary music.
carries you away.
Yeah, these are songs to get abducted to.
So this is still relaxing.
Yeah.
The perfect
And then it takes a
soundtrack
dark, weird
for your
turn.
way of life.
Here we go.
Direct from Europe.
I'm being sacrificed now.
Listen, if you need to start...
Direct from Europe, the continent of Europe.
Set adrift with the timeless
The Exorcist theme.
tubular bells.
The
Are
scariest.
you thinking of starting your own
Take a trip
UFO
into
cult?
the unknown
There it is, the fucking
with the
pyramid.
X-Files theme.
Oh, that one. Sadness.
That is no, it's Satanist Part
Right,
1.
right.
This was if you had sex in 1995, that was on the
Or
screen,
send check
or that was on
money
the
order
background.
for the amount shown, plus shipping and handling.
And then like a smooth saxophone.
Fuck me sax to end the thing. Fuck me sax, by the way, David Sanborn. That's who that is.
So your mom bought the one that was like the really creepy one.
Yes.
Really, the Lord of the Rings pinnacle. Yeah,
Yeah, no. It was the I think
Simon Gibson's intro music.
yeah, I think Rick said it was the human sacrifice music.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adamus.
This is a
Adiemos.
this is a blood altar. Yeah.
Yeah,
this is-
so mom heard that commercial so many times that it drove her insane, and she was like, "I need Adiemos," and so
Yeah,
she
yeah.
bought Adiemos.
But that's amazing. Like there's a guy walking his bride through the threshold.
Yeah, yeah.
To Crockett's theme by Jan Hammer.
that's the thing. The disparity between the vibes put out in this. Like it goes from like, oh cool, sleep music to like
There's different moods, Kevin.
no,
And they're all pure.
and they're all pure and they're all
Pure
innocent.
moods.
Pure moods.
In Europe, they carry over the threshold to Crockett's theme.
I kind of want to bang Enigma. If you can do it. I'm still around. She's probably old as shit and dead now.
So weirdly, like the
On
first
this side of the ocean, we're carrying it over to Smuggler's Blues.
well, the
Bjork on this?
And the Exorcist thing.
No, this slightly predates I guess her rise into that genre. This is like because it came out in
yeah.
'94.
that was still kinda
because
punky.
Like
2000
tail into Sugar Cubes.
2007 was around the time when like Yoga came out. yeah.
Their first record was really
Well, no,
good.
like Yoga and God, what was the one? Bachelorette, I think, is on.
Oh, that's the name of a Bjork. I didn't see. I don't know any Bjork.
I was
just
also thinking like
I
that's
just thought
when
you
Americans were like, Yoga was invented in 2000.
I was on the same. I think all of us were.
you were asserting that yoga began in 2007, which I wouldn't fight you. That sounds about right.
You could. I think you could tell half of Southern California that yoga started in 2007. And they would agree with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yoga started when I was born.
Yeah.
Bikram yoga.
So it is technically when they say it's direct from Europe.
Yeah, I love that.
It starts in '94 in Britain, and then they re-released in America. But weirdly, they figured America couldn't handle this shit because there's 4 less tracks on the American version. The British version's got Another Green World by Brian Eno.
That's a good jam.
They have more time off from work. They got time to be moody.
And then weirdly, they have a song called "Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence" by Ryuichi Sakamoto.
Oh, yeah. Ryuichi Sakamoto.
Ryuichi
He's great.
Sakamoto.
Ryuchi.
Yeah, from
know.
Yellow Magic Orchestra.
Oh, I know Yellow Magic Orchestra. I didn't know that was the guy.
And then also
He's great.
I love them, yeah.
Also, Songbird by Kenny G is also.
Oh, so there was some Kenny G eventually.
Fuck yeah!
Well, how could you?
Oh, and
you cut the G-Man
How
out of the
could you
U.S. version?
leave out the?
He was already selling 4 million fucking albums an evening.
This is a bigger omission than the U.S. version
G-Man
of the
at
Clash's self-titled album.
Yeah.
Taking out.
Did they cut from the British version? Did they cut the theme song to Doctor Who? They didn't put that in there. What is it? I think, why not? I mean, they didn't have any British show themes in there. Just Crockett's and The Exorcist
all the time.
They do have something on here called "Little Fluffy Clouds" by The Orb.
The Orb, yeah.
Which
we all know The Orb.
That's like kind of a.
In England, they have the
that was
American
from that
import.
wave of.
It's called "Get Back to Work."
Wave of early, like that post Manchester sort of stuff, like 808 State. The Orb was in the mix right there.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to read some of the other titles that have come out since Pure Moods. You got.
Celtic Moods, which was on that was the one that had the commercial actually with it, because that came out around the time of like that. We need something that's Irish to replace Riverdance.
Right.
That's that.
We need a new thing.
After Michael Flatley was ripped apart like Dionysus in the streets, people just loved him up too much.
Celtic Moods made you think you were going to get to hook up with this really sweet redhead in a green dress. But not really. You're just going to roll over twice on a lady while you cook haggis.
I believe you mean corned beef and cabbage.
Celtic Moods has
I'm thinking
only
Scottish Moods.
Scottish Moods. That was Freedom Lock.
Fuck you! I've been drinking.
The Scots are the redheads. That's true. The Irish have dark hair and drinking.
Instrumental Moods.
Oh,
Celtic Moods pissed.
drunk, surly.
Track 5 is just
Winsome.
the Irish are slaves too, except it's in a Boston accent. Hey, Irish are slaves too.
Fuck.
Face down and the gutter won't admit defeat his. It's all Dropkick Murphys.
Tessie was the royal root of the valley's cry.
I'll punch my sister in the face because she took a bite of my haggis. You thought you'd sneak a little teeth of meat corned beef. Punch, punch.
That sounded like scatting. Punch, punch.
They get real mad.
We got Christmas Moods.
Oh yeah, I think this one my parents might have had that one.
What the fuck is Christmas Moods? Just Christmas songs?
I've been drinking. It's the same as Scottish Moods.
Yes, yeah. I'll throw you through the tree. And then I'll throw the tree through you.
There's no fucking saying to take a goddamn Guinness. I don't know why it was British. That was a Guy Ritchie movie.
Celtic Moods is all
saying there's a fucking cunt.
Liam Neeson's versions of Van Morrison songs.
Elves didn't make your fucking toys or worked in a goddamn place I hate where your mother sat around and sat on a fucking ass all day. That's what the fucking deal is. And no one's coming down the chimney. I'm clocking in.
Ski.
Only the Irish have domestic violence.
I mean, Christmas Moods is pretty basic, dude. It's We Three Kings, Oh Come All You Faithful.
It's just the slow Christmas song.
But then there's all these...
There's like remixes, too, or covers, right? There's like covers of classics on there.
It's covers of classics, and then weirdly, there's a bunch... I mean, this is effectively an album by a band called State of the Heart. So there's just like a shitload of State of the Heart songs.
This is like Mannheim Steamroller.
Yeah, there is no Mannheim on here. You know, you would think it would be...
No, they had their own thing going. That's like why there's no Kenny G on Pure Moods. They were like killing it back then.
Yeah,
Oof.
Pure Moods 2, 1998, which starts off with something called The Mummers Dance by Lorena McKinnon.
Oh, I know. She's actually Irish. She's Irish. And something weird. I downloaded an album back when I was, pirating things, and somebody like in the album they just put 2 random Lorena McKinnon songs just to fuck with me.
Yeah.
And that's how I found out about her. I was like, oh, she's like more Irish Enya.
Wow, that's an accomplishment.
Well, like in appearance, at least, I guess.
Let's see if has anybody heard this song.
She had a Marrakesh something was one of her songs.
This is the Mummers Dance.
She's also been remixed by a lot of trance and house DJs as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
When the trees are crowned with leaves.
This is all music Robin could fuck. too.
Yeah.
That's kind of a great description of New Age, actually.
Yeah, Robin.
You could distill New Age, the genre, down to one phrase.
Made Marion Poppin' Daddies.
Yeah, there we go.
I have a thing. So is Mannheim Steamroller on Christmas Moon?
No,
It's like all MIDI,
That's
right?
whack.
Yeah.
How could you not have Christmas moons without
Who they
Mannheim
call the
Steamroller?
Prince of Thieves.
I like to think that the origin story of the Mannheim Steamroller is like a band performing like Mannheim Steamroller type stuff on stage and like Kraftwerk just like heckling them, just being like, "Oh, you're sentimental and pedestrian." Come off stage, we'll show them.
Pure Moods 2 does have Life in a Northern Town by Dream Academy.
Oh,
which
that's a
is-
good one.
Okay.
Fits right in there. Which is basically just British Return to Innocence.
Yeah. Is,
You're just waiting for the thing.
Return
is,
to Innocence.
is the House of Stone and Lies on that one?
No, you got Massive Attack on here.
interesting.
And,
Pure Moods is just 9 Inch Nails for people with a Roth IRA.
and then
and Robin
Robin
Hood.
Gristle with fur, yeah.
Or guys named Roth in the IRA.
Billy Roth the Third.
and then man, God, this keeps going. Pure Moods 3, Pure Moods 4. And,
Damn.
And by the time you get to Pure Moods 4, you're scraping
Everyone
the bottom
was
of the barrel
divorced.
with Sarah McLachlan and B Tribe.
She's singing that crying dog song.
Yep. Dido, Moby.
Oh, Dido. Moby. Okay.
Kings of Convenience.
That was Pure Moods 8. That was where we were at.
That's
the end
where
there?
you're getting
Did they
to
get to 8? Is that was the final?
I
Was that the
think it was
final
Are there more
blow?
Pure
That was
Moods or
4.
Police Academy albums?
Nah, you mean movies?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the world's missing. Pure Moods.
Bobcat Goldthwait had a fire mixtape though. I don't.
yeah.
It's just Michael Winslow doing
Yeah.
Pure Moods.
The sweeps. And the creeps.
Jock jams.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, we gotta do
gotta
jock
round
jams.
this out with the.
Well, I mean, there's jock jams, there's slam jams.
there's slam
What
jams.
the fuck is a slam jam?
That's their punk and new wave version of jock
Yeah.
jams. There's some.
I don't think I've heard
tracks.
slam jams before. That's
Yeah, that one
exciting.
has like some Elvis Costello on it, some Clash. You know.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
interesting. Because I know that Jock Jam's got to have like Quad City DJs.
Yeah,
and shit.
on all
like-
of it. So there's Jock Jams. The highest charting Jock Jams is actually Jock Jams 2.
Yeah.
which,
classic.
Has more air
charted
horns.
yeah.
30% more air horns.
30% more air horns. It's a little
That should be
sticker on the front, like on a,
Wait, was it
cereal?
air horns and those high the whistles too. There's a lot of that going on.
Reggae horns,
Yeah.
whistles. Yeah,
Michael Buffer.
Michael Buffer. Yeah. So
oh my god,
Jock
that guy made a
Jams-
whole career of that shit.
that dude got paid. What was his appearance fee for Monday Nitro? It was,
I remember.
It was
I remember
something crazy.
Yeah, I remember seeing because they would get him every week.
Yeah,
And I remember
52 weeks a year. This dude would get
Yeah,
paid.
and they released the internal documents from Turner, and it was something like $25,000
Yeah.
to $50,000
to just
a week.
fly to Buffalo and go, let's get ready to rumble every week, $25,000.
Yeah, what a gig. Not bad. That's like
yeah.
Brian
Here's a
Eno
man
doing the
who
Microsoft
walks
startup.
alone. Here's a man that is known around the world as the Stinger. He is Sting.
Here's $25,000.
Yeah,
We'll see you next week.
Put my kid through college.
We're the stupidest people on the
He's
planet.
the self-proclaimed paragon of Hulkamania.
Anyone can do this
Yeah,
job. But yeah, Jock Jams comes out July 25th, 1995.
ESPN and Tommy Boy present Jock Jams. The hottest crowd pumping sports jams of all time. Jock Jams. Available at record stores everywhere.
Do you guys have memories of Jock Jams besides
Two Unlimited,
PE class?
baby.
Yeah.
It's Michael Buffer right into Two Unlimited.
Jock Jams to me, because I'm a bit younger than you guys. So Jock Jams to me is quintessential roller skating rink music.
Fuck yeah, me too, man.
That's where I first remember
Yeah.
hearing a lot of those songs.
This is like
Jock Jams to me is this ain't Nirvana.
It's a rebellion against Nirvana.
Jock Jam.
The answer
I
to
was like
Nirvana
mad at it. This
was
isn't Nirvana.
come on, ride the
I
train.
don't like this.
my understanding of Jock Jams was that Jock Jams and the Mortal Kombat soundtrack
Yes,
was
yes.
the soundtrack for all karate.
Yeah, dude.
Or training montages.
Yeah,
or training
all-
montages.
Kombat on Jock
all, like,
Jams?
shopping
That's what I
center
was thinking.
karate dojos were blasting either the Mortal Kombat soundtrack.
Yeah.
or Jock Jams. One of the
imagine
4 Jock Jams.
swapping out the Jock Jam CD with the Pure Mood CD, and when your parents are trying to save their marriage by fucking to Jock Jams,
And now they're
and
fucking
your
to
PE
Baja
class
Men.
listen to Pure Moods, it would be a better world. Your mother would have come, your father would have stuck around, and you wouldn't have been getting beat up in gym class because everyone would have been in a nice docile trance
Imagine
supplied by Enya.
For Pure
Imagine
Moods.
doing your karate demo team to Pure Moods. You know, you can't really break boards and do katas.
You could get fucking wild to Tubular Bells.
And yeah.
I could jump kick to that shit.
But yeah, y'all ready for this? That's how it starts. 2 Unlimited.
Does someone mash that up with Mortal Kombat?
I think Mortal Kombat was just a direct ripoff.
Yeah, I think they got the instrumental take and then just had a guy scream.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Beavis and Butthead video commentaries is the one for 2 Unlimiteds. Are you ready for this?
This music kind of sucks. This isn't even music, really. This is just like that kind of crap that guy plays down at the organ store at the mall on one of those $10,000 organs.
How much for your organ, sir?
That'll be $10,000, son. Please don't touch it.
We mentioned 69 Boys, Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. What is the line? Because I was a dumb child who didn't understand hip hop lyrics.
No,
and
same.
So I was always led to believe it was orange, green, silver, gold. Let me see that Tootsie Roll, and I'm sure it's something much more sexual.
They
but
just are big fans of later era Neil
What the
Young.
fuck is a Tootsie Roll anyway?
some sort of dance.
It's a dance, yeah.
Ah, it sounds like a
Something
tiny
you do
little
on-
penis.
Something you do on roller skates.
They parodied it in Pop Star with the donkey roll, I believe.
Yeah. Let's see.
The excessively white version. I mean, I was the same way though. I thought Shaggy's "It Wasn't Me" was just about like a guy who lost his keys. I didn't know what it was about.
Saw me fucking on the sofa.
Couldn't find my keys.
Where's my
Couldn't do it.
keys?
Where's my keys?
Where my keys?
You better turn your back if you think you lost your keys in your jacket.
What's that guy? You know the Mr. Bombastic guy? He's
Yeah,
done
that's
a lot
it.
of shit.
That's him. That's Shaggy,
Yeah,
right?
what's he been
The
doing
thing
now?
that's crazy
He
is
did.
that,
Oh
like,
my God, what's he
It Wasn't
doing
Me
now?
We can talk about
It
this.
Wasn't Me has eclipsed Mr. Boombastic,
Yeah.
which is like
And Angel
That-
too.
well,
Angel was
Mr.
another big
Yeah,
one.
he did that, like,
Yeah. Mr. Bombastic.
yeah, that song was amazing.
Oh, so it's cotton candy, sweet to go. Let me see that Tootsie Roll.
There it
It's
is.
not orange, green, silver, gold. But they fit.
I thought it was about the Gators playing that uppity school over there. The colors are silver and gold. I think
The gated community school.
Frankincense Murr Academy.
The Catholic school up the road. Yeah.
My personal favorite Jock Jams
Yes.
was Jock Jams 4.
Oh, what's on that one?
I believe the last Jock
Yeah,
Jams.
yeah, I
if I'm
think
not
that sounds-
mistaken.
Uh,
we
you only
got
got
White
4.
Stripes
It
is on
opens
it.
up strong
Seven
with
Nation
Austin
Army.
Powers saying "Yeah, baby."
Wait, that's how it starts?
Yes, and then it goes into the
DJ
Unlimited
soundtrack.
Mega Jam by 2 Unlimited. One
know,
of the
they
deep
lost the
album
way.
cuts.
Is that its own track? Austin Powers saying "Yeah, baby."
Yeah, that's
like a
one
2-second track.
Intro.
Mo Money, Mo Problems.
I'm making a
Mo Money.
Spotify playlist right now. That is just Austin Powers saying "Yeah, baby" 78 times
At different speeds.
Space Jam by the Quad City
Yeah.
Some Jock Jams cheerleader interlude. Raise the Roof by Luth Campbell.
Yep.
Getting Jiggy with It. Everybody Backstreet's Back.
Yeah.
Where, you know.
Okay.
You know.
Wait,
you gotta
Mo-
ask your friends. You have to ask your boys. Am I sexual? And then,
No, it's not just sexual. It's sexual.
and then there's like a spoken word thing by J.K. Simmons.
Really?
Going Out of My Head by
It's a
Fat
speech
Boy
from
Slim.
Whiplash.
Oh yeah, the speech from.
Yeah.
No, it's
And
him
then a
from
bunch of other
Oz.
stuff.
It's him.
And then you end it with Tub Thumping by Chumble.
Oh yeah, of course.
Bunch
Quick
of goddamn
sidebar.
anarchists.
I feel
They
like
were.
even though it's a
Killed it,
soundtrack,
man.
the Space Jam soundtrack is a compilation album of sorts because you got bangers
Yeah,
from a
Hit
certain
'Em
era.
High, Hit 'Em Low.
Yeah.
Oh, Hit 'Em High is amazing. Like every fucking dope rapper from the '90s was on that shit. Like you had Coolio, Busta Rhymes, LL Cool J,
Redman's on it, I believe.
Method Man
Method
is on.
Man's on it,
Method's
yeah,
on
yeah.
it, and
Is Redman not?
No, I think it's just Method Man, but there's also Be Real, I believe,
Be
is
Real,
on it.
yeah, yeah.
And there's one more. I'm forgetting. I said
there's
Coolio.
Jock Jams 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
You can't just end with Chumbawamba.
Jock Jams. Oh no, you couldn't end it with that. You have to hear.
You thought it was the end.
They got back up again.
We have to hear from the Venga Boys.
Oh,
We
hell
Like
yeah.
to Party.
Hell yeah.
Ray of Light by Madonna.
The Mexican Hat Dance by Ray Castoldi.
Ooh.
Is it a remix or something?
No,
It's not
what if it
really
wasn't?
jammy.
What if it was just like a very traditional, like a fucking mariachi?
And then just back to Venga Boys.
And then just back to fucking Tamper featuring Maya.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Woof Woof by 69 Boys.
Yeah.
69 boys were all over the damn place.
There's
really were.
there's something else.
You would say they had both ends covered.
So
They should
the thing I wanted
They
to
work in every angle.
there's one. I don't know if anyone's ever heard this. Have you guys heard this? The Jock Jam.
Yeah.
So this
Maybe.
is so the Jock Jam releases a single by the name ESPN Presents the Jock Jam.
I think I do, yeah.
So it's a mashup
Yeah, it's
of all of these.
Oh, I
Every
did.
Jock
I did
Jams
some
track?
karate to that. Just entertaining the third graders at Matilda Harris Elementary School.
See that guy kick that apple?
Wait, so this is a mashup of Jock Jams.
Yeah.
This is before Super Mash Bros, before Girl Talk.
So this is from Jock Jams 3. It's basically just everything that's happened up until this point. This is
It's
like
previously on Jock Jams.
yeah, it's like this season on Breaking Bad.
That's what you play when you're seeding a basketball game.
I mean, we're all doing jumping jacks right now.
Every jock jam at once.
Calisthenics. Oh, okay.
This is the official soundtrack of the presidential test for physical fitness.
This is the
I
sit and
invite
reach.
all of you to participate in the flexed arm hang,
To the big show.
the shuttle run.
If you're at anything and this music is playing, you're at a boring thing.
If it's happening now, absolutely. That's insane. That's like you have no frame of reference for anything that's happened in the last
This is
15
like when
years.
people put jazz music on a poorly edited short film that's not very good because like it's interesting.
But if it's in black and white, then it's cool.
See, I just like to imagine it's some sort of weird corporate environment where the boss has gone insane and you come in and he's on the boardroom standing on a surfboard just like, guys, we're doing everything different. Everything changes today.
Get out there and sell some cars.
No more chairs.
And the headliner for this convention, the comedy stylings of Dan Nina.
Oh, here we go. Okay. This is, I mean, I'll give it to him. This is before mashup technology is where it is today.
Oh, I know.
Like, these
This
are
would've-
good. These are good.
We're going to have the most on-fire boat show ever. This boat expo is going to be off the chain.
Oh, yeah. This classic.
the licensing fees for this song were not worth it. It has a tempo change though.
Clever tempo change. They're really Pink Floyd-esque in their cleverness on the tempo changes there. Hey.
Wow.
Comfortably pumped.
But yeah, that is the
Saunter onto your nosebleed section seat. Get ready to yell at a millionaire.
But yeah, that is Jock Jams. Pat, do you have anything else on your list? Because that's me. Do you have anything else weird?
I did for a second.
While he's looking up, Rick, I just want to update you. Rivers and I were talking about this before. What Shaggy's up to now?
Yes.
He's put out an album with Sting.
Man.
And I swear...
Wait, let's let this moment hang. What are your initial thoughts, Rick?
This episode, really all it's taught me is the world ended on 9/11. And we live in hell.
I genuinely thought when I first, I had a memory of, I feel like I read something about Shaggy and Sting putting out, but it might have been a fever dream. I don't think that's really a thing I saw. And then Rivers confirmed that it's already out.
Oh, not only that, this is their third album together. I believe.
What?
Yeah, they've done a lot of records together.
All I know is that this one is
They
going to
must
be
really
based
just like
on
to hang
islands, and I hope it's the chain restaurant.
Yeah. So
They got good burger special at lunch.
yeah, dude. And they got a good
Big kahuna.
yeah.
Get yourself a big kahuna, Sting.
You get all the fries that you want.
I'm sure this has been pointed out, but your Shaggy is also meatwad.
No, that's all it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
it's really
It's
fantastic.
lower meatwad. It's lower. Meatwad's up here a little bit, and Juggle's a little bit down here.
The lower red to stop. Yeah, Yeah, so we'll just take a little listen to this. This is something actually when this came out. I meant to.
Sting he kicked Sheb Mommy to the curb after Desert Rose.
Oh yeah,
he had to get another running partner.
Oh, poor
Shaggy.
Poor Desert Rose Ale guy.
Sting is just trying to write Peter Moods the career. What the fuck is going on?
Hey, dude.
We're
Get the
fucking
flight
listening to
suit.
Sting.
Put the flight suit back on and jump around a little.
I'm surprised Jump Around wasn't on any of those.
Oh, they are.
Not the jock jams, but that's the only one it
This
was.
is Sting.
It's taking over now while my heart's kind of heavy, so I gotta get back my baby. Should've never messed around.
I think I found a new karaoke song.
Till the moment that you
We were just waiting on Sting here.
I gotta get back my baby. Girl, why? Tell me what I gotta say now.
He really does sound like Meatwad if he was like huffing sulfur hexafluoride instead of helium.
Doing keyboard duster.
Yeah, there you go. That stuff.
Won't lie. Soon as you walk out the door, tell me why.
Where the
I realize
Yeah, he does. God damn it.
live without you.
You guys want to just put together a
Here he is.
down with Sting.
Always thinking what is it I gotta do? Get back my
Oh, he's taking the high harmony part.
baby's taking over now.
I wish Shaggy was.
So I gotta get back my baby.
Pat again took his headphones
Quite
off.
hideous.
Yeah,
Quite
so.
hideous. Not a good pairing of vocals. Like on
No,
that
it's not.
that wasn't
It's
that
not
wasn't
at
pleasant.
all.
That's Shaggy and Sting.
Yeah, ketchup flavored bubble gum.
If you deliberately sabotage my band, I will fuck you like a pig. Now, are you a rusher, or are you a dragger, or are you gonna be on my fucking time?
I did just want to run down because we have the Time Life music collection,
right.
which we touched on heavily. And if you want to go back into the archives, we have a whole infomercials episode where we touched on the Time Life music collection because that is a staple of infomercial stuff. But I found just a list I was going to run down of all the weird Time Life stuff because there's
some good ones.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Those were
commercials
Time
very
Life were the
heavily.
more sentimental, like,
Yeah, well,
hey, you're old.
yeah. Well, there was one that I wanted to.
John Denver. A lot of that shit.
There was one that I wanted to focus on specifically
Because they always have the interviews with just like the random middle-aged people,
Or like
just
the Fonz would be on there. Hog wasn't Henry
Well, it's
Winkler
always
or
like
something?
it would always be him or Peter Fonda or Roger Daltrey or somebody like that, and then they would or Eric Estrada, like somebody of that era. But then it would just be the cuts to the kind of talking heads of these middle-aged like couples that would just sit there. And
We
be like,
used to fuck to this.
it would just be like, we put it on and the years just melted away.
That is profoundly sad.
We still fuck to this.
This is the one that I wanted to focus on that's burned into my brain, much in the way that the Pure Moods commercials have just like poisoned my brain.
Sounds of the 70s.
No, this one is a different one. This is
OKC and the Sunshine Band shaking your booty.
even better. This one is Forever 80s.
Oh, yes.
The 1980s was an incredible decade, and the best thing about it was the music.
Boy.
Superstars like Hall & Oates and Billy Ocean recorded unforgettable love songs that have become classics. Now you can get the 80s biggest hits all in one collection, Forever 80s. Over 2.5 hours of music featuring Richard Marx.
Richard Marx, baby.
Wow.
Everyone in the 80s sounds like they were trying to yell as quietly as possible.
Belinda Carlisle.
Belinda Carlisle.
Yeah, she was in the Germs.
Oh yeah, this part right here. It's something about the sequence that I remember of these songs, like this.
There you go. Wow, why did James Taylor get cut off so quick?
Paul Young. He's got something to say.
True.
Look, it's not easy to find a lot of these songs in stores.
Who the fuck is this guy?
What record store doesn't have?
What informational pamphlet to a technical college did they get this guy from?
Hi, it's 1993. Do you have any music from 5 years ago?
That's what this is.
It's really hard to find these in stores.
Like, you'd be hard-pressed to find a record store without a shelf quivering under the weight of
all these Spandau Ballet albums.
The Bango. There you go.
You could. This is just a list of karaoke, the CD.
Yeah. So that's the
Wow. So wait, when that did come out in the early 90s?
It came out in 1990.
So they were literally like, remember the 80s?
Do you remember 10 years ago?
The 80s was a great decade. And the best part about it was the unchecked rampant consumerism and the cocaine.
And the
buy this shit, I'm in debt.
AIDS, baby.
Every time you go. Oh my God. Yeah.
And they didn't even pick the ridiculous Paul Young song. 'Cause he has one song. It's just like
more than words.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, that's Monster Ballads right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Monster Balance, Buzz Bin.
Next episode.
Yeah, there was a couple others. Did you have any more on there?
And you could get them all for the nice price.
Yeah, the nice price. Yeah, exactly.
$7.99. Wow, for a CD. If I had to go back in time and needed to figure out what to do for currency, because you couldn't really bring your money because it's newer than what the money was.
Yeah.
Just go to Amoeba and buy like all those dollar CDs.
Yeah, dude.
And go back in time.
Dude.
Now you got like $4,000 worth of CDs in the trunk of your DeLorean.
You can fund your entire trip.
Yeah.
And then you just overinflate the CD market and like cause some unforeseen future crash.
Why is Meatloaf the most successful? Like, no, like this alternate history. That's the only thing that changes.
Yeah. Everyone's really into Meatloaf.
Like Hillary's president, but like Meatloaf's the most. So you still have to go back and fix it.
Who was the most successful?
Now.
Gary Sharon Van Halen outsold Van Hagar and
God.
Knight Rider is killing it.
Yeah.
Night Ranger.
Night Ranger. No, I meant the TV show.
Yeah, Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff is in a band called Knight Rider.
His music career actually worked.
Yeah. Well, if the thing was if the Bronco chase didn't
Yes,
happen,
as we've stated on the show.
As we've stated on the show, he maybe would have doubled those pay-per-view sales.
Yeah, that's right. If not for O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson killed 2 people and David Hasselhoff's career on that day.
That's why I was
the
eating
triple
that burger.
homicide.
Triple homicide.
Damn.
Ron Goldman, Nicole Simpson, David Hasselhoff's music career.
Ranked from in ascending order.
Yeah. I mean, dude, he brought down the Berlin Wall. Think of what he could have done in this country with it.
Oh God.
Shit. Well,
The Man of the High
that's our episode. That's compilation albums. Did we miss something? Please tweet at us.
We probably did because we didn't talk about other ones like the wrestling ones. Stone Cold Metal.
We didn't even talk about Rock
Yeah,
Against Bush, and Rock Against Bush was a thing. That was a thing.
That
Speaking of Dropkick Murphys.
Yeah. Well, Stone Cold
Remember
Metal
that rock album that stopped the Iraq War?
Well, Stone Cold Metal is funny because there was an episode of the Stone Cold podcast where he went track by track. He was like, listen, people over at the record company said Stone Cold, we want to put out a metal compilation album and we want you to pick the songs. And he goes through each one, and he like...
Did he actually pick the songs?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's just like, you
They're
gotta
all
put some
Pantera.
Saxon on there. Saxon, one of my favorite bands, highly underrated. Wheels of Steel. And then he ends it at the end. Last one, he's just like, hey, and you gotta put Stone Cold by Rainbow on there. Joe Lynn Turner, awesome singer, never gets his due. Yeah.
But yeah, if you
Walk on that?
I'm sure it's on there 3 times probably.
Beginning, middle, end.
Yeah.
No, I don't, he's more of into that new wave of British heavy metal. thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking to me.
Hey, Stone Cold, I got a soft spot for the Tigers of Pantang. Love John Sykes' guitar work.
Oh man,
He took it to a whole level. Doesn't really capture it in Whitesnake.
but yeah, if we forgot anything, please tweet at us. We're at The Goods Pod. Thank you so much to our guest host, Rick. Rick, where can people find you on the internet, sir?
I'm around. Just, I don't know. You can go Bigfoot Stepdad on Twitter.
Yeah, there you go. And so it's not Rick W00D.
Oh, that's the handle.
Oh, okay.
But I think if you just look for Bigfoot Stepdad on Twitter,
that's an easy way to find it.
You go find me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be on there trolling Johnson & Johnson baby powder.
So find Rick on there. Kevin, where can people find you, sir?
Hey, you can find me at KB Anderson Yo on things, and listen to the Bleak and Review podcast on the Unpopular Opinion Network. That's a fun thing.
Yeah, very funny podcast. I've been on there before.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a good old time. And you can also, if you're new to our show, you can go check out Kevin's episode Up at the Lake. We're
Yes.
going to talk about the strange phenomenon of lake people.
Lake and river people.
Yes.
Something about the freshwater brackish, as you described.
Yes.
It,
Yeah.
that turns people into new metal stereotypes.
Yeah, when people say the lake a lot, I'm always
lake.
like
The
start
lake.
getting freaked out.
Yep.
We're like, hey, let's go up to the lake. I'm like, does that have a fucking name? Or is it the best one ever?
You know which one.
Hey, Kyler, what is that you're listening to? It's Swamp Rock.
Swamp Rock.
Yeah, I think these episodes actually would pair very like a wine and a nice cheese. They pair perfectly together.
Like a
so.
7-Eleven hot dog and Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, that's better. That's more like it. Red banana flavored, only the finest.
Just like a couple of guys hanging out in the QT parking lot, you know.
And
Just
again,
drinking 64 ounces of Ram Jam energy drink.
and again, if you're looking to try stand-up comedy, don't. But if you have to, do it at the other door every Tuesday night. Come see us. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/thegoodspod. We're on Twitter @thegoodspod. Every episode ever, youtube.com/thegoodspod. Big shout out to our friend Richard Eden up there in the North Pole doing the hard work at thegoodspod.com. Buy a shirt! ProWrestlingTees.com/thegoodspod. Pat, what should the folks do when they get to iTunes?
Listen here, you're going to have to rate. You're going to have to review, and you're going to have to subscribe because it's going to make me feel good because I'm pissed off. I'm going to the post office. Stone Cold Mark Maron here. No.
Put something in you.
Pow! Are we good? Maron 316 says I just shit my pants. Are we good? We good?
Murmur lives.
Hey, listen here.
Who are your guys?
Who are you guys? That was aging. So cold.
Jim Cornette, who are your guys?
Vince McMahon.
It shows the attitude of gratitude.
And if you don't have the attitude of gratitude, fuck you, been drinking.
Order now and you'll also get this I Break for Monster Booty bumper sticker.
The Goods from the Woods was mixed, edited, and distributed by me, Rivers Langley. You can find the show on Twitter @TheGoodsPod. Our theme song was composed by DJ Smiles. Check him out on Twitter @DJ Smiles.